All right, everyone. Welcome once again to the Faces of Business. I am your host, Damon Pistolka, and I'm so excited because we've got none other than Brian Arrington in the house today from Vets to Industry, V2I. We're going to be talking about hiring veterans transitioning into the private sector. Thanks for being here today, Brian.
It's my pleasure. It's great to come back and talk to you again. It's been way too long, but a lot of great things happened in that time.
I know. I'm so excited. It has been too long, but I can't wait to let you share how it's going, because when we talked a while ago, it's a couple years or 3 years ago, something like that, we talked.
Yeah.
You were just, you were a working guy. You started Vets to Industry to help veterans transition into the private sector. You had a lot of juice. You were getting things going, but I'm not even going to share the secret. I'm going to let you do that. But Brian, why don't you share your journey and how you ended up doing what you're doing today in Vets to Industry, helping those veterans transition out of the military into the private sector?
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about it. So I served 20 years, 1 month, and 12 days in the Air Force. I was a military cop, so don't hold that against me. And everyone just started tuning out.
Yeah.
But in my last year on active duty, I learned that there was over 45,000 veteran service organizations nationwide that provided free resources for us and our families. But nobody freaking tells us about it while we're serving. We don't. The DoD doesn't tell us about it because they're a war fighting machine. They're not a transition machine. And when we go to TAP, they don't tell us about veteran service organizations either. So it's all, kind of accidental that we find out. Like I found out about LinkedIn by accident, the beginning of my last year on active duty. And that's where I started learning a lot about the veteran service organizations that were out there for us. And so I said, well, there's got to be, a single site repository where all the free resources were co-located. Because I got really, I was pissed off finding out that there's 45,000 of these veteran service organizations that I had never known about. And here I am, a senior NCO, E7, supposed to know everything about everything to pass on to the troops. And all I could think about was how many airmen had I let get out of the military without setting them up for success on the outside due to my own ignorance on the existence of all these free resources. And it hit me hard. I actually started crying, thinking how many of those airmen have become part of the 44 that have killed themselves a day, or unemployed, or underemployed, or on substance abuse, or divorced, or homeless, or incarcerated, all because I, Brian Arrington, Master Sergeant Arrington, did not tell them about a free resource that could have given them hope leaving the military and kept them alive.
Yeah.
So I went online. I was looking. I couldn't find a single site repository where all these 45,000 resources that people were telling me, and veteran influencers were telling me were available. So my last 6 months on active duty, I found some volunteers, and we did a post that kind of went really viral. Had about 654,000 views on it. It was talking about transitioning and people getting employment. And we had companies responding to that post, pushing their job opportunities in there. And we were connecting service members and transitioning service members and veterans with companies in different threads for 4 weeks. And I realized towards the end, a lot of veteran influencers and mentors were reaching out to the people on those threads and saying, hey, have you heard about 4Block or Bunker Labs or Syracuse IVMF program or Canterful? And the same answer came from everybody. What's that? Like, I don't know. Can I use this? Like, I've been out for 2 years. Can I use IVMF? Like, what, I'm a homeless vet. Like, is there something for me? And I realized these people couldn't wait any longer. So I got some volunteers together during that huge viral post, and we started up Vets to Industry as a free resource library. We uploaded 72 resources that I had vetted myself, and now we've gained over 1,000 free resources on the website. We have a ton more in the queue that we're vetting and going through. Thousands more in the queue right now.
Yeah, right.
But those are going to be coming very shortly in the next probably couple months. We're going to have a large quantity pushing onto the website.
Nice.
we're in the final stages of vetting them. Yeah, and so things are great.
Very
Now,
cool. Very
now
cool.
we have, I think we have 105 or 106,000 followers on LinkedIn. I've got 26,000 followers myself on LinkedIn. I've been mentoring, coaching, all sorts of things for service members and businesses and stuff. So it's been great.
That's awesome. That's awesome to hear. Now, the other thing I want to say that I think is super cool, dude, is that you started this while you're, in the military. You found it, you started, you were doing it while you're working. Now tell us what happened recently. A year or so ago, you were able to.
Yeah, so actually, as of June 1st, I was able to start working full time for VETS2INDUSTRY. So I was able to leave the chains of corporate America, and now, and all because of Signal Health Group. It's a franchise senior healthcare organization that just loves the veteran population. They're amazing. People need to check out Signal Health Group. But they basically came in and saw what we were doing and said, you could be doing so much more if you weren't working,
Yeah.
7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. Because I
Yeah.
was just doing nights and weekends for VETS2INDUSTRY. And you
Yeah.
can't get on business calls during the day when you're working for Wells Fargo or something like that.
Yeah.
And so they fronted and paid for my year salary to work for VETS2INDUSTRY for the first year. And that's what I'm doing. And
Nice.
I'm free to do a lot more than I've ever been able to do. And we've been growing services like nonstop that I can't wait to talk to you guys about tonight. And we have so much more on the plate coming out that I can't mention yet because they're not like officially announced. But man, you got to stay tuned for V2I and follow us and watch what's coming down.
We will. We definitely will. Now, I want to say we got Bill Polifka in the house today, a combat veteran, Army guy. You need to connect with Bill. Awesome individual. I mean, stand-up person. I just got to say thanks for stopping by. Bill has a comment in here. We have to make sure your knowledge gets indexed into this project. He's working on tons of cool stuff. I'll connect you guys after this because you want to talk to Bill.
I need to mention. I say something to Bill. Bill, I'm doing a new series called VETS2INDUSTRY Battle Stories starting the beginning of October. I'm looking for combat vets that want to tell their story and get it recorded and go on live with me so people can come on. They can watch it. They can learn the story. You can honor those that are in the battlefield with you. And we can save it for future generations, put it on the VETS2INDUSTRY YouTube channel, and also raise as a fundraiser, raise some money for VETS2INDUSTRY so we can give it back to the veteran population that needs services. So I would absolutely love to have you on the show if you are willing to.
Do you see what he just said? He said, sign me up.
Yeah. You can have my first episode at the beginning of October.
Yeah, you can get rolling on that one, but I will make the introductions after off because Bill is a stand-up gentleman, like I said. So we got Maria stopping by. She said, that's awesome. Love what you're doing here or what you did here. She said, congratulations. Santos is stopping by and said, great people make great companies and tremendous environments. And he said, also, Santos says, thanks for your service. And if I didn't tell you that already, I want to say it once again. Thanks for your service, Bill, you as well. It's just an honor. It's an honor.
Thank you. I can't wait to share everything with you all that are watching. If you've never heard of VETS2INDUSTRY, this has to be in your repertoire of tools to pass on to all the veterans and service members and military spouses that are serving, because we are going to help so many more people, the more people that know about us.
Yes. Now, you've helped 150,000 veterans transition.
Easily.
You're helping them today. And it's just like you're going to help a lot more. I just want, go to the VETS2INDUSTRY. It's vets2industry.org. Check it out. Connect with Brian, and he'll get you set up there. But Brian, let's start talking about some of these programs, because you and I were talking about some some special things that are coming up, some new programs that you guys are kicking off. What's going on?
Well, first, I'd like to give a little background about Vets to Industry, like what our
Yeah,
mission is and vision, if that's okay.
that is
Um,
awesome.
so at Vets to Industry, our mission is simple but powerful. We exist to establish meaningful connections, share knowledge, and identify opportunities for veterans, transitioning service members, and their families. We recognize the unique challenges that come with transitioning from the military to civilian life, and we're dedicated to supporting our community every step of the way. So our vision is to become the most comprehensive online information library of free resources and benefits available to the military community. And by consolidating these resources into a single, easily accessible platform, we strive to eliminate the confusion and isolation that can come with the transitioning process. That's us. We have about 112 volunteers globally that are all service members, veterans, or military spouses that guide, mentor, and coach anyone who reaches out to us needing assistance in all different categories: financial assistance, mental health resources, housing, healthcare, scholarships. We have over 300 scholarships on the website for service members and their family members. So if you have children that you want to get them into college and you're not sure how to pay for it all, or maybe they couldn't transfer over the eligibility benefits, we have 300 scholarships on the website for them to check out. Just so much.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
I love how it is. I mean, I love the passion in your voice, and I love what you're doing, because there is, as you said, and as we all need to remember, these people have done a lot for us, and we need to help them transition in the private sector and their families, because don't forget them as well, because it's a hard transition for all of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The family members, actually military spouses have it even harder than service members. I believe the stats are like 26% are unemployed, and even more underemployed. And it's really sad. And most of them are more well educated than their civilian counterparts. So, I mean, we really need to do what we can. And so we have something coming up called V2I She Boss to help women veterans and military spouses to really overcome those hurdles, and to provide support and more transitioning opportunities and employment. And one thing that we do is every month we host these virtual networking events.
Yep.
Called the Vets to Industry Virtual Networking Circuit event. And what we do is we have companies from around the country come on a Zoom. It's all free, and they provide opportunities that are at their companies. And we have companies like, we've had Amazon and Google and Northrop Grumman and Lockheed Martin and FEMA and Hyundai and CSA, New York Life, just tons of companies come on. And we have service members, transitioning service members, veterans, and military spouses come on who are career seeking. And it's not a career fair. It's a networking event. So you're building professional relationships with everybody that's on the call. But we have breakout rooms where we individualize 8 to 11 people per room. It's all randomized. You get to meet people. You get to hear from recruiters. You get veteran service organizations. So if you're a veteran service organization or a charity that provides help for service members in the military at all, you are more than welcome. Actually, I beg you to come to our virtual networking events and talk about the free services that you offer and provide, and we'll get you time to talk during the events. Our next one is actually this Saturday.
Awesome.
The 21st of September, 2024. So if you guys are watching this 3 years from now, you know when the time was. And it starts at 2 p.m. Eastern. If you go to vets2industry.org and you click on our events, you'll go to where it says network events. Click on that, and you can register for the event. And you'll come. It's a 5-hour event, but it's come and go as you please. So we have it that long so that people from overseas and West Coast and East Coast and Midwest can all come on at the same time or at different times. If you got a soccer game and you got to miss an hour of it, no big deal. It's going to be there. You're going to continue to be able to get value from it. So want to invite everybody this Saturday to come and participate, especially if you're a transitioning service member or veteran or mil spouse.
Yeah, I tell you what I'm going to do right now too, because I've got it pulled up on another screen here. I'm going to flip it up because you guys, I believe you have a QR code here for it.
We do.
But
We're fancy.
Well, I don't know if I'm fancy, but let's see if I can do this, because I was just like, well, maybe I can get it done. We'll see if I can. If I can, we'll pull it up here in just a second. But you know, the thing that's so cool about this, and I love talking with you about this, is we are sitting here in a time of we can't hire the right people we need in the private sector. It's a hard thing for us to do that. And we're trying to figure out where's that next hire going to come from? Oh, look at that. I got it.
Yeah, we look fancy. I have an amazing marketing team, dude.
Yeah.
All volunteers. They're phenomenal. My events team rocks. Matthew Wee, Gabriel Leone, got to give it up to them. Joel Stewart.
Nice. Let's get this a little bigger. So hopefully if that doesn't show through, they can always reach out to Bill Arrington on LinkedIn.
Brian Arrington.
Or Brian, excuse me. I'm looking at Bill Polifka's picture and talking to you because I know Bill too.
He's merging us now.
Yeah, merging, because you guys should get together. That's why it is. But wonderful. Yeah, if you can't do the QR code from this, just let us know. We'll get something else to you. But hey, get in these network events, meet these people. Like you said, if you're a service organization helping veterans, if you're somebody that wants to hire veterans, you should get in there and start talking to people and find your way around, because this is the place to do it. I mean, you guys get a lot of participation in these, and it's a great place to meet service members before they transition out. You want to talk about the
at least a year out if you can. Try to catch us a year to 2 years out. You're not too early to come on. It's never too early to build your professional relationship so that by the time you're ready to get out, you've already established relationships with the recruiters. Excuse me about that. You're able to establish the relationships with recruiters and veteran mentors, and just create an environment that helps you succeed. And then, of course, passing on the knowledge to your fellow service members and your troops is more rewarding than anything, especially when they come back to tell you, thank you, you saved my life. And that's happened so many times to me and to my volunteers. We actually just had a new hire as well. Our first hire after me, Carmen White, is our chief operating officer, and she's doing amazing work behind the scenes that you guys never see, because I'm the face, but she's the workhorse. And got to give it up to Carmen and the team.
That's great, man. And like you said, you're building this. Again, you said 2 years out, and people go, oh, that might be too long. But if you really want to build a successful transition, you need to know, you need to find the right people, and you need a group of people that can help you. Not only if you're looking to go to school, you're looking to find work, you're looking to, whatever you're trying to do, trying to get your family transition, trying to find the best. Even if you're trying to figure out where to go, there's so much of this that you could do in your events and meet the right people to help. Oh, I want to go to Dallas, or I want to go to wherever in Chicago. Just pick it, and you're going to meet people and be able to network your way and meet a bunch of people that can help you really make that transition better. I love it. Yeah.
Good. So, I mean, I definitely want to talk about some of the new, or the resources that we have available for people, and some of the new things we have coming up.
What do you got coming up? Let's hear them.
All right. So we offer a wide array of services that support our mission. Through our resource library, we provide free access to thousands of resources and benefits, from education and career services to financial assistance and mental health support. Our mentorship program, which is new, and it's coming out really, really soon, and you guys are going to be like floored by it, pairs veterans and military spouses with experienced professionals who can provide guidance and insight on career transitions and personal development. So also talking about our V2I She Boss, we also offer specialized services for military spouses and women veterans, recognizing that their challenges can be distinct, and we are dedicated to providing tailored support to meet their needs. Whether it's job placement assistance, career counseling services, or networking opportunities, we're committed to ensuring that our military community is equipped to succeed in their civilian careers. And at the heart of what we do is the belief that no veteran should ever feel alone in their transition. So by fostering a community of support, sharing vital knowledge, and helping to identify opportunities, Vets Industry is building a stronger, more connected future for our veterans and their families. We're going to be doing like free meal drives and things to veterans during Thanksgiving every year through Signal Health Group and through Vets Industry.
Nice.
Donating at least 400 meals each year for them. And we have an entrepreneurship program that's coming live.
Very cool.
Vets Industry partners with Signal Health Group, and they have an exciting entrepreneurship program that offers franchising like no other organization. And I'd like to encourage those interested to reach out to Joel Stewart, who I'll be able to get that email over to you. Joel.stewart@vetsindustry.org to reach out to.
Awesome.
So we have some great stuff happening.
Well, let's talk about some of this, because I think I just love this. You thought of this when you were in the military getting out, and to see it come to fruition now, you got to just see, I mean, like a kid just going, just like you're like playing on the playground all day long.
I get to do a passion all day long. Like, how many people in this world can say their full-time job is literally their passion?
Yeah.
Like, they're literally saving people's lives every single day, or saving families, from falling apart. It just like, dude, I'm in heaven. There's nothing greater. I don't ever want to stop like this. I don't want another corporate job. I just want to be president of Vets Industry for the rest of my life. And that's
there you go. There you go. Good stuff. Well, we got Diane Byer stopping by today. I want to say hello, Diane. Just saw her earlier today. Mentorship, so important. Awesome. Diane, I believe, is out of Philly. Hey, good stuff happening there.
Yeah.
And she said, inspiring, building community and support. Yep. That's what Vets to Industry does to help those veterans transitioning into the private sector. Because, we talked about this, and the sad fact is 44 day, don't see tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Doesn't have to be that way.
There's 19 million veterans out there. There's 240 to 270,000 transitioning service members a year, plus their families. And Vets Industry is only touching the surface of about maybe 200,000 of them. So we need your help. We're looking for volunteers, more people to join the Vets Industry mission. We're more like a movement now than even a nonprofit. We're global. We're doing amazing things, and it doesn't matter where you live in the U.S. Everything is virtual. If you want to spread the word about Vets to Industry and be an official volunteer with us, please go to our website and go and click on volunteering and come on board with us.
Nice. Well, it is every time we talk, Brian, I get really excited about this, and I love what you're doing and the way you're helping veterans. It just, you can't, in the way that you've been able to put together some of these partnerships and the things that we're doing, your resource library. I mean, how many resources? I mean, if you just had to guess, how many resources do you have in your resource library?
I probably have about 1,100 or 1,200 right now. But we have literally, we have we have probably 3,000 to 4,000 in the queue that we have a list of them, and we're almost completely done vetting them all. So there's going to be a huge lump upload shortly on the website. So we're going to have 3,000 to 5,000, maybe even more resources uploaded on there. It's going to be so massive. Just can't wait.
So what are some of the things, now we're sitting here talking about you're helping veterans transition in the private sector. What are some of the things that people in the private sector can do to help make it easier for a veteran to transition?
Well, there's a lot of things. First, honestly, supporting Vets to Industry is one really key thing. we live off of sponsorships and donations,
Yeah.
but we don't get many donations. People don't donate, and we're looking for recurring donors,
Mhm.
and also companies that want to be listed on our website, showcasing that they're supporting vets to industry and the veteran community. We have something called V2I Plus that we just created, and we're looking to list companies, local, regional, national companies that want to get their name out there to veterans that on their products and services. It's going to be $100 a month to be listed on there, but you're going to get tons of exposure to all the clicks that we get a month on the website. So if you're interested, that's one way you can support vets industry. You could be a sponsor for one of our events and become a premier sponsor. You get 5 minutes to talk about what you all provide and the services and the products. But we do vet everyone before they come on to make sure that they don't take advantage of service members. So if you think you're going to get on and talk a game and do some multi-level marketing,
Yeah.
that's not going to happen. But for any legit company out there that offers especially discounts to veterans, and you want to get that word out to them and get a national network of veterans using your products and services, you might want to just cough up $100 a month. It's a donation, so it's tax deductible too. It's a marketing dollars, so you're gonna spend it anyway. Why don't you spend it to get in front of 105,000 followers and X amount of thousands of visitors a month. And then we have something that I'm really proud of. Last month was our first time. It was our annual networking conference at sea. We did a cruise.
Oh, wow.
We did a cruise, and we had 53 veterans and their families from all over the country come together in Florida. We went on a Carnival Magic cruise, 7 days to, we were supposed to go to Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and Turks and Caicos. Puerto Rico got hurricaned out, but we went to Nassau, and we had seminars where we did stuff on a networking conference, like a networking seminar. We did family relationships and building.
Oh, wow.
We did it on AI. We did it on mental health. Alfredo Torres, who's my vice president of Vets Industry, did a phenomenal mental health class, super powerful. And then we had, we were playing dominoes, with each other, and we were going on excursions together, at all the ports. And we just became like super close friends. All these people who never met each other before left there as like best friends. And so we're doing it every year. We already have it registered, a book for next year. July 2025 is our next cruise. Everybody is invited. Everybody's invited. And we have the information on our website. If you go to the networking conference and click on that, you'll see the information about the cruise. We have our very own travel agent that books it at a discount rate. We gave shirts, t-shirts, and swag, and we gave lanyards, and we gave special collector item coins for the annual conference. We just had a blast. And so our next one is 8 days to we're going to Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao for 8 days on Carnival Horizon. So if you want to check that ship out, go on YouTube and check out their full walkthrough. It's amazing. And we're looking for more people that want to sign up and just cruise with us.
Yeah, we'll hit this here because I think this is it, right? Your networking cruise.
Yep. It is.
Got that. So if anybody's interested, take a look at that on their website. It is, like I said, it's under the events, and you can check it out there. Your cruise,
and just reach out to me directly, and I'll get you the information to book with us, because you got to book with our travel agent to be part of the group. So we get their group rate, and you'll be able to be a part of our events. And we had a gala too the last night. I forgot to mention that. So we had an awesome gala. We have videos and testimonials that we are uploading to the website here probably in the next month. So all the pictures of the crews and yeah, it's just the fellowship was just amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. So as you're looking at this and you talk about, and we're talking today about veterans transitioning in the private sector, what are some of the common things that you hear veterans say that are their challenges transitioning? What are the challenges they're having?
Biggest one, honestly, and they don't even realize it, is imposter syndrome. It's feeling that they are not worthy or not good enough to get a civilian job because they don't believe they have the necessary skills to because they don't know what those skills should be. So it's their lack of ability to articulate their value proposition, which is where finding a mentor often and early is super important. Somebody who's been through the transition, who's been in corporate America or public sector or federal, and can sit down with you, look at your EPRs, your OPRs, your NCORs, and help guide you to say, okay, this is what you've done. Do you realize what this means in the civilian world? This is what it is. Let's look at creating a resume uh, that highlights this, like a main resume where you throw up everything that you've ever done in your life, and then you start out of that making tailored resumes towards the job description of the companies and the roles that you're interested in by taking the pieces off of that resume that you've already translated into civilianese, and then utilizing that to help and getting the more mentors you have that are in different industries, that are in different job roles, that have seen different things, that know the different, the quantification of man hours or of time efficiencies created, or the decrease in lack of funding and things of
Yeah.
that nature, things that you've made better. Those are the things that you need to input into those resumes to really stand you out, because a resume is not there designed to get you a job. Resume is designed to get you the interview. But job boards, you have a 4% chance of even getting an interview with something like Indeed or
Yeah.
Monster. It's who you know. It's the relationships that you build with the corporate recruiters and the hiring managers that will get you your employment. They are the ones that will get you those interviews, but you got to give them something. So you got to give them a resume that talks specifically towards the job role that you're doing and what you've done and accomplished in the past. So imposter syndrome is probably one of the biggest things, because that when you can get over imposter syndrome, your confidence increases, your hope increases. It shows, you exude this like glow, and you're disciplined, you're patient, you work as a team member, you don't do drugs. I mean, these are like the bare basics that companies are looking for, and you already meet that walking out the door. You just need to be able to articulate that, because a lot of companies don't understand how you fit into their company.
Yeah. Yeah. So you talk about this. I know resume building. A friend of mine, Scott Valenti, talks about the resume. The job description is a problem they have, and your resume needs to see how you solve that problem. And you just
Exactly.
keep working that, and it works real well. And I love your idea of putting everything on one and then picking it and customizing it for those opportunities. And like you said, building that relationship with those corporate recruiters as much as you can, or someone in the industry that can help you in that and understand it. It's a great way to do it. And you guys are putting those things together with these mentorship
We're going to
programs.
have that mentorship program is going to be huge. And we are going to have thousands of mentors on there. We're going to be connecting you with all different kind of industries to help you out. It's really going to be stellar. And I do want to mention kind of a plug from Vets Industry. We through Signal Health Group, we had Ted Danson, his show Advancements, reach out, and we are going to be interviewed September 27th for an episode of Advancements, which has about 1 million viewers per episode. And so that's going to be aired this fall, where it's going to talk about Signal Health Group and what they're doing advancements wise for senior health care, and also vets to industry and what we're doing and providing for the future of our veterans. So we're going to be on a Ted Danson show, and I'm
That's cool
super
as heck.
excited.
That's cool as heck. And
I'm going to be the one interviewed. Yeah. So me, Carmen, and Joel Stewart are going to be interviewed for that. So it's going to be awesome.
That'll be awesome. It will be, man. I'm so happy for you on that. And Diane Byer says something. She says the manufacturing industry is always looking for employees. And that is, I'm going to tell you, if there's not a lot of manufacturers looking at your events and doing that. So one thing I'm telling you, if you're a manufacturer, listen to this, you need to go to Vets2Industry, get on these events, because listen, people in the military understand process, following a process, and doing things in order. And that is the foundation of great manufacturing, is understanding we're going to do this the way it needs to be done over and over.
And quality control.
And quality control. Yeah. Yeah. Because it's just an awesome fit. When I've seen that, and I've been blessed to be able to work with other service members in the manufacturing industry, and my goodness, is that a great thing to do.
And we understand OSHA, requirements as well. So these are all things that you're getting right out the door, that you don't have to train somebody, or I should say you should be able to train them locally based on what you do, but you won't have to pay extra money to get certifications and things of that nature, because they're already familiar with the process.
There's so much of it that you're ahead, and it is you like you said, people come out of the military, they might have imposter syndrome, but there's a lot of strengths there. And those strengths are really understanding we have an SOP, we have an operating procedure, we follow it, that's the way we do it. And when you come into a manufacturing setting, that is one of the things that a lot of people have trouble doing, is they don't follow all the steps. They follow 3 out of 5, or they follow 2 out of 5, or maybe they follow 5 every once in a while, and that's the thing that you can really bring to that. And as Diane says, it's always looking for the people in manufacturing. And that's just one industry we're talking about today. But the thing with manufacturing, I believe, and I've seen firsthand, is it's an industry you can be in for a lifetime, because it's not one of those things that I have to have an MD to be, or, to go so high, or I have to do this, or have a graduate level degree from a named school to be really, really successful in these things. And do solid 6-figure wages every year with it. So it's a good
certifications are more important than degrees now.
Yeah.
Companies are looking for not just getting a certification, but do you have any experience doing the actual work? Yep. So if you have any experience, and you can get that through DoD SkillBridge. For those of you who don't know what SkillBridge is, in the last 6 months of being on active duty, you can apply and do an internship with a company, learning a trade or skill that you're interested in doing full time. And sometimes you can go through to training schools. Like there's a great organization called Rapid Ascent that does cybersecurity training. They take 3.5 months of your GI Bill, and 17 weeks later, you've got skill sets in all sorts of cyber related threat assessments, vulnerability assessments, hacking, ethical hacking, and other things. So it's like there's just so much out there that we just don't know exists. And I would like to ask Diane, do you said buildsubmarines.com. Do you have a POC for them? Because I'd love to reach out and get them onto our networking events, or any other manufacturing companies or stuff that you have. Let's get them on Saturday if they can do that quick turnaround.
We will talk. I'll connect you to Diane after that, because she could be a very good resource for you. Because this is some of the things that we can help to do as a community on LinkedIn, a community of people that know each other. And the other thing is that you guys are located in Georgia with your business. That's where that's at, but you're doing it nationally.
So we actually moved. Technically, our location is in Wyoming now.
Oh, okay.
But I live in Atlanta, and that's really just where we're
Yeah.
where the corporate like location is,
Yeah.
but we don't have a physical location yet. What we're also doing, and I'll mention it, is we're coming up with vet resource centers that we want to build in locations where there's chamber of commerces, and work to help build up local resource centers to highlight all the local resources for veterans and things. So on top of putting that on a website, we also want to have regional centers, and we're looking for businesses that might want to be involved and be naming founders of those in per region. Like I want to get one set up in Atlanta. We want to do San Antonio. We want to do Philadelphia. All over the place.
Yeah.
So another thing that we're working on as well.
Awesome.
So a lot of cool things.
Yeah, it is.
I probably couldn't say that yet, but oh well.
Yeah. Well, you got plans. You're going places with Vets to Industry. You're helping these veterans transition. You're helping make that transition smoother. Your networking events like you're having this weekend, 2 p.m. Eastern, get on their website, check it out, get signed up. If you're a company that might want to network with veterans, if you're a veteran that wants to look at different opportunities, if you're a veteran support organization, get on there and start talking to them and meeting people, doing the things with Vets to Industry, because you guys have been at it a while. You've been helping these veterans. You've helped thousands and thousands of veterans and putting them and allowing them to transition out into the private sector successfully. And I just love what you're doing. So before we wrap up today, Brian, what is one thing that you would like to tell somebody out there today that is transitioning? And then one thing to tell somebody that would like to get involved. So
all right.
transition.
One biggest thing about transitioning is making sure you document everything before you get out. When you do your BDD claim, make sure that you have your mental health and your physical ailments all documented. I made that mistake, not doing enough, and I didn't get civilian life insurance before I got out, and I became nearly impossible for me to get civilian life insurance. It took 4 years for me to get life insurance. I just finally got it last year. Make sure you are doing these things before you get your disability rating. But you got to make sure everything is documented. Use DAV, Wounded Warrior Project. They're phenomenal at getting you, the highest percentage you possibly can. Find mentors as soon as possible. Get on these networking events. You got to do it. You got to do it for yourself. And procrastination is going to kill you. And you'll be like, I'll get to it. And you won't. You really won't. And so if you're thinking about it now, just make the leap, make the sacrifice of a couple hours on a Saturday, and it will change your trajectory of life. I swear to you, it will.
That's awesome. So those people transitioning out of the military into the private sector, hey, you need to listen to that and go out and do it. And if you need some help, go to Vet to Industry, look at their resource guide. If you need more help, connect with Brian and he'll get you set up there. Now,
by email. So they need to email support@vetsindustry.org, because my email box in my LinkedIn is going to flood because of what you just said. And I can't get to everyone. I'm telling you, I get so many messages a day. So please.
Support. Now let's say it again. The email.
Support@vets2industry.org. And that's VETS2industry.org. All right.
Yeah. Vets, 2industry.org. So support@vets2industry.org. If you're a transitioning service member and transitioning in the private sector, and then in the future, hey, reach out.
Yeah. Businesses can reach out to me directly if they want to find me on LinkedIn, or brian.arrington@vets2industry.org. Very simple.
Yeah. And I just love having you on today, Brian. I'm so happy that, we were able to make this happen. And I love it that you've been able to move out full-time into Vets to Industry to help that many more people listen to these new programs you're bringing on, you know, improving your resource library. You guys are going to quadruple your resource library. You got your mentoring programs kicking off. You got your entrepreneurship program coming on. You've got the specialized service for spouses, and you've got the one for V2I She Boss coming out for women transition. Yeah, that's awesome.
Like the bombest name ever.
It is. It is. It's so good. It's so good. So, Brian, one more time. Diane says, can you give us your email address one more time?
Yep. So it's Brian, BRIAN .Arrington, ARRINGTON at vets2industry.org.
There you go. And I'm going to drop that in the comments when we get off here. I can't do it from StreamYard here when I'm doing it, but I will I'll drop your in the comments. And if people want to reach out to me, I can get it to you as well. So, Brian, thanks for being here today, man. It's so great to learn. I'm so excited to hear what VETS2INDUSTRY is doing. And, you know, I'm excited to hear how your things that you're launching are coming off. It's so cool that you guys had that cruise going on last year. Oh, Diane, put it in the comments. There we go. Thank you, Diane. We got that going. And
I want to see more people on the cruise. So, guys, if you want to, like, it is such a good time. And it's so worth it. Bring your families. So July 19th to the 26th of July. Come be with us.
That'd be awesome. Awesome stuff. Well, Brian, hang out for a minute. We'll wrap up offline. I want to tell everyone else, if you came in, thank you so much for the comments. I want to say thank you for Bill coming in. We're going to get you connected up with Brian. Maria stopped by. Santos. We have Joe Burby. He got help from you guys. Appreciative of it. Thanks so much. And then we had Diane stopping by. What's that about, Joe?
We got him some free suits.
Yep. There you go. Can we get suits? There you go, man. You got to help these people get transition out the right way. I just want to say, if you came in late to this, go back to the beginning. You owe it to yourself to listen to Brian, hear what they're doing at VETS2INDUSTRY, get involved and help them. Help them get these veterans that are transitioning out of the military service into the private sector. Help them find great places to work. We have many great companies that are looking for great people. Let's put them together.
Yeah, connected with me. As many as you can. I'll take 1 million of them. Just bring them to me.
There you go. There we go, people. Well, let's help Brian out here. And thanks for being here, everyone. Brian, hang on. We'll finish up offline and have some fun, everyone.